Hello, my name is Navdeep Singh Mangat, and this is another part of my course, which is Construction Project Management, being offered by Skyfi Labs, as you can see on the top left corner of the screen right now. And okay, so this is my assignment regarding risk analysis. I have to explain what did I learn in the second part of this course. Unfortunately, I could not download the software, which was Primavera Risk Analysis software, because it kept on saying, the narrator kept on saying that you can just click on the link below, but there was no link given below. I tried all the internet browsers, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, everything, but it didn't work. So I'm trying to explain the theoretical part of the course that I have understood. So here it goes. First of all, I was introduced to a concept called PERT, which is Program Evaluation Review Technique. It is mostly used to predict a date or a timeline for a project to finish. Then what is the procedure for PERT? It uses three estimate systems. One is optimistic, second is pessimistic, third is most likely. Most likely is mostly the real picture. Optimistic can be 1 or 2 days more. Pessimistic can be 1 or 2 days less. So it goes like that. These assumptions build the basis for PERT. Normally it is a project scheduling method, just like CPM, but it also provides the risk part of the project. Risk of cost, risk of time, both of them. So after that, I learned how to calculate expected time, where A is optimistic time, B is pessimistic time, M is most likely time. Then variance, the formula for variance, project variance. Then standard deviation of the project. I have studied standard deviation pretty thoroughly in my 12th grade, because I had maths as my subject. So standard deviation, it is under root of project variance. And then we obtain a Z score, just like a logarithmic table. It has a formula, and when we get the Z score, we get to the percentage that this is the probability of this particular project A, you can say, that it will be completed in this much of time. So it uses the normal distribution table. As I said, a logarithmic type table. It is called normal distribution table. So what we do is, what is the procedure like? First of all, we assume the optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely time for the project or the activities. Then we calculate the expected time for each activity. Expected time, I told you what the formula was: a plus 4 into m plus b over 6. Okay, right? I did everything on the notebook, and I almost remember the formulas now. So after the calculation of expected time, we have to figure out the critical activities in the given project, right? Then only we will be able to find the project variance value. So here it is very important to note that the critical activities, these will give us the project variance value, from which we'll calculate standard deviation and Z score values, right? And after that, when we'll compare the Z score value on the normal distribution table, it comes back with a score, or a percentage, you can say, that this project is can be completed at this date. The chances are 82%. The problem that we were given in the class, it was 82.39 something percent, if I remember correctly. Then the next chapter we did some problem solving with activities with A, M, B. I mean optimistic time, pessimistic time, most likely time. Then we set up predecessors. Then we also calculated the expected time. There was lag time. We made a chart. And figured out the critical activities. After figuring out the critical activities, again variance, we calculated the variance, we tabulated them as per the activity. And after that the class said that we'll take an example of installation of HVAC. I think it is air conditioning systems. And so we calculated all these variances, standard deviations, variance, project variance, standard deviation, Z score, critical activity. We did everything. And the score came out to be 82.89%, right? After that, we started risk analysis for cost, right? It is a forecasting technique, as I answered in the questions also, in the quiz also. It is a forecasting technique used by project managers so that obviously we hit as less road bumps as we can. And okay, there are many techniques that are followed around the world to to do this forecasting regarding the cost, but the class emphasized on Monte Carlo simulation technique. They said it is the most widely used. It's a technique used to, they only gave an idea about the simulation. It is a technique used to understand the impact of risk and uncertainty in the project management. Yes, we get it. How it is done, however, was not explained, so I will not be able to delve too much into that. It was only told that we have to take random numbers until some statistically significant results can be obtained. We will keep on juggling with those random numbers for various variables, right? Now, how to deal with those numbers, there was nothing in the course for this. Okay, then after all this, I saw the class perform the risk analysis for cost on the Primavera risk analysis software. But again, I'm saying I could not download it because there was no link given. I also sent an email to the Sky-Fi Labs team regarding this. But since this was my last day to submit the course, to complete the course so that I can get a certificate, so I just went on with the course without worrying too much for the software, because I thought that if I learn it, then I might buy the software, right, afterwards. At this point of time, it's a bit expensive for me to buy. So that's that. Thank you. Thanks for a great course, guys. You guys have a great team. I enjoyed the course, and I hope that I'll be doing more courses regarding civil engineering. I run a construction company, Pan India, and I hope I'll be joining for more courses. Thank you.